I would like to thank Shelly N for sending me this story. Now, for those of you who watched the funeral for Aretha Franklin, y'all should know who is in this picture. This is Aretha Franklin's family, and they briefly got up and they each said some words on the behalf of I guess you could say grandmother slash I would say grandmother and aunt. I guess you could put it that way. But I want to focus more so on this one right here. Now, don't get alarmed. He didn't do anything crazy, anything like that. He actually did something, and I'm actually glad he did say something about something that bothered a lot of people, including myself, and I actually did a video about it. But he actually came out and spoke on the behalf of the family and said pretty much that they were offended by the eulogy that was given by Jasper Williams during her funeral. And I was reading through the article. I found out some more interesting things, but I'm going to read the entire article so you can get a glimpse of what was said. The late Aretha Franklin's family said Monday that it found an Atlanta pastor's eulogy delivered at the Queen of Soul's funeral last week to be offensive and distasteful. The eulogist, the Reverend Jasper Williams Jr., was criticized for a political address that described children being in a home without a father as abortion after birth, and said black lives did not matter unless blacks stopped killing each other. Franklin's funeral was on Friday. He spoke for 50 minutes, and at no time did he properly eulogize her, said Vaughn Franklin, the late singer's nephew, who said he was delivering a statement for the family. I even said that. I said in my video he did not one time mention her in the eulogy for the hour he was up there. Franklin said that his aunt never asked Williams to eulogize her, since she didn't talk about plans for her own funeral. That makes you wonder who was supposed to do it. The family selected Williams because he has spoken at other family memorials in the past, most prominently at the funeral for Franklin's father, minister and civil rights activist C.L. Franklin 34 years ago. Now, somebody had told me about that, and they said when he did that speech years ago for her father's funeral, he didn't go off on this tangent like he did that day at her funeral. Makes you wonder what his agenda was. Williams has not backed down from anything he said at the funeral and said he respects the family's opinion. I understand that he said, "I regret it, but I'm sorry they feel that way." Besides the social media uproar, Williams heard resistance at the funeral itself. Singer Stevie Wonder yelled out "Black Lives Matter" after the pastor said "No, Black Lives do not matter" during his eulogy. Williams had minimized the Black Lives Matter movement because of black-on-black crime. Black lives must not matter until black people start respecting black lives and stop killing ourselves. He also said there are not fathers in the home no more, and said that a black woman cannot raise a black boy to be a man. Some people suggested that was disrespectful of Aretha Franklin, since she was the single mother of her boy. His eulogy caught the entire family off guard, Vaughn Franklin said. The family had not discussed what Williams would say in advance. It has been very, very distasteful. He said it was unfortunate because everyone else who participated in the ceremony was very respectful. Yeah, that really is, messed up. I would have discussed with him before this funeral began what the hell to talk about. Like, the fact that he even got up there and talked political stuff. He did what the former president used to do to black people. And if you watch Mr. Superboy's Harvey's videos, you've heard him say often that Barack Obama would talk at black people and not to. It almost came off real preachy. He did the same damn thing pretty much when he was up there for 50 minutes. He at one moment talked about her because, and couldn't have been talking about her because, like I said in the article, Aretha Franklin was the single mother of 4 boys, and for him to say what he said about the single mother thing, that was like a jab at her 4 times. But the pastor said, he said he's gonna stand by his words. And you know what's so crazy? He's right to stand by his words, but we ain't gotta stand with you, and we don't have to stand by it either. That was tacky, and it was distasteful, and it was disrespectful to Aretha Franklin and her family. and her fans, quite honestly, especially her black fans. We didn't come here, or we didn't want to listen to that kind of talk that day. That day was supposed to be all about her life and her legacy. And I didn't know eulogies can go on that damn long. I thought funerals I've been to, eulogies don't go on that long. But I'm glad that he spoke out and that he said something, because that whole damn eulogy made me very uncomfortable. So I know it made them uncomfortable too. And I was watching a video that Santi Walden had did, and he paused it on an image, he made a still image while the video was playing on the crowd, and you could tell by the looks of the crowd that they just did not want to be there. They looked bored. They like, is this nigga serious? That's how I felt watching from afar. The same exact way. And then I hate when pastors do this, when they start singing their words. When he did that, oh yeah, I said it's time to go. I don't like that. Like, that gets on my nerves. Like, that shit gets on my nerves. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you would like to purchase a shirt, the link will be down below. I will talk to you in the next one.